Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Shai Bashem Kodash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of you elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video one word, Hendiatris, which is based upon a video that the Apostle Gabar had did last night sometime, or maybe early this morning. I watched some of it, and I'm familiar with this term because many years ago we ran across this. I believe this is the video. I don't want to play it, but I believe this is it. I should have played it before I, because I don't want to play it and they, copyright. You know how they do. But I believe this is the video. But like I said, I'll double check it. And they use the term a little bit differently. Anyway, you have, guys like Vocab Malone. He'll use like the Gentiles and kings, and like for example, he may use Acts 9, the 9th chapter, I believe is the 14th verse. But that term, which we're going to get into, give me a second here. Okay. So they're going to show you how to use an example. John 14:6, Hendiatris. If you go to John 14:6, let me see if I got it up. Okay, so this is John 14:6. Yahushai, not Jesus. So we got to get rid of that. Look, any Israelite group out there that's not using the true name of Yahweh or Yahushai, they're suspect. We believe that they did a deal. Talking about we say it in English because they don't know how to pronounce it. I said when I came to school, when they said Yahushai, I pronounced it. I didn't stumble or mumble and stumble and stutter. It took me 3 months to know how to say Yahweh. Hell, Vocab Malone says Yahweh and Yahushai, just like we say it. So look, just like Tazadakia, the so-called God-sent comforter, said we don't know the name of the Lord. That's what IUIC is doing, the leader of IUIC. What happened? What happened the day before that? One day you're using the word, the next day, oh, it's hard to pronounce. Anyway, the truth is coming out, man. If you're a false prophet, you're going to be exposed. It says Yahushai. If you look the word up, the blue letter, they go off. They say Yahushai. But if you go to the Strongs, they'll get one of the definitions is if you go to the root of Yahushai, the root word is Yahushai. It says Yahushai saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. I am the way, 1, the truth, 2, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So let's go back to the definition. I don't know what Apostle Gabar's video. I don't know what examples he used. I didn't watch the whole video. So that's an example right there, right? It means and I believe that's from the Latin. It means one, hen or one, could be Greek, through, dia, 3, as a figure of speech, and which three words connected with and present present one idea. See how understanding this figure. So it just means one and three. And it is from the Greek. Sun, sea, and sand. Wine, woman, and song. Hendiatris, or 3 for 1, encyclopedic dictionary. I can hardly see this. Of course, the Messiah is the truth, as he is also the life, but this is not what is stated in this verse. Here only one subject is in question. Let's try this one. Bollinger's figures of speech used in the Bible. This is a case of Hendiatris. But anyway, I'll give you another example. And vocab might just use this. It's in Acts 9 verse 15. And this is the Apostle Paul speaking. I may click on it and open it up. But Yahweh, but the Lord, and the word there is kairos, which means superior, said unto him, Go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me. It's talking about Paul. It's speaking about Paul. To bear my name. To bear my name. If you're out there teaching his word and you ain't giving the name, then the Most High is not dealing with you. You have no true value. Part of the foundation of this truth is the name of the Father and the name of the Son. That's why the name is mentioned so many times in the scriptures. To bear my name, and it goes deeper than the name. You don't just say, well, the name is Yahweh, the Son's name, Yahweh Shai, and go someplace else. You get the name. What comes with the name is the truth. To bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel. The Gentiles that are the Israelites being called Gentiles or labeled Gentiles, and kings, Israelites that have high position in government. You had Israelites in high position in government 2,000 years ago with the centurion and his sick servant. That guy wasn't. They'll say, "Well, see, that shows that he wasn't an Israelite." Yes, he was an Israelite. He was an Israelite. There's a book out called named. The title is, I believe it's Jews in the Service of the Caesar of Rome, or something to that effect. If you go to Google and play with them words, a book will come up showing you that they had Israelites that were in high up positions in the Roman Empire. And ultimately we took over we became the emperors, starting with right after the death of Nerva. Not Nerva, Domitian. Nerva came in, and he was one of five of the five good emperors. One of them was what's his name? Marcus Aurelius, which was featured in the movie Gladiator. He was an Israelite. He had a beard. So it says, bear my name before Gentiles, 1, and kings, 2, which are Israelites, and the children of Israel. So you had Israelites that didn't. Cornelius was an Israelite that at one point didn't know he was an Israelite, came to the realization he was an Israelite, and became a part of the fold. Kings, you had Israelites in higher positions, and the children, and that's the fear right now. Jake, you got Jakes with all kind of degrees and bank presidents and CEOs of different companies. Jake don't need you no more. They didn't figure you out, Esau. I'm gonna give you one more, which is not. They didn't give as an example, but this is also another example. Revelation 7. In Revelation 7, in a nutshell, the 144,000 are national Israel, people that stem from the descendants of the Israelites, which they were Israelites. Then the multitude were also Israelites. And I'm going to prove to you that the tribe of Zebulun, the tribe of Judah, that they were all descendants of Israel, a multitude from the tribulation. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues. Now that's a four in one. The nations, kindred nations, because they came out of many nations. Israel, remember, Israel was scattered. One precept that comes to mind is Deuteronomy 28:64, and there's many script. You can do a series of series on the scattered. There's so many precepts dealing with how we were scattered and dispersed, dispersed, the diaspora. That's in Isaiah 11. And kindreds is family. Even the Apostle Paul mentioned that in Romans chapter 9. He said the Lord came for Israel. The Son came for Israel. The Yahushua, the world ignorantly calls Jesus, came for Israel. And that's a beautiful scripture right there. Beautiful chapter. Romans chapter 9 is clearly talking about the Israelites only and excludes Esau and the other nations. Now it does mention Gentiles in the bottom, almost at the last, 5 verses. It does mention Gentiles, but it's referring to Israelites that are considered Gentiles at that time. See, we all started as Gentiles. If you raise up in a Baptist family, you were considered a Gentile, just like no different than Cornelius. And people and tongues, because they spoke different languages. Go back to Acts chapter 2. It said, and there were Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. What's the difference between Gentiles in Revelation 7 and 9 and the Jews from every nation that spoke different languages? The difference is, in Acts 2, those were Israelites that were scattered, part of the diaspora, that knew that they were Israelites, and they came to Jerusalem 3 times out of the year because they kept the laws. The biggest group of Israelites to come into Jerusalem during those times was the Alexandrian Israelites, or the Alexandrian Jews, as they call it. Why do you think the angel Gabriel told Joseph in a dream to go into Egypt? Where are you going to Egypt? There was a big community of Israelites We don't even know the number. Could have been a million, could have been millions. It was a major community of Israelites that knew that they were Israelites, that was keeping the laws, statutes, and the commandments, that went to Jerusalem 3 times out of the year. So when you read Acts chapter 2, it says Jews, devout men out of every nation. That it mentions the various nations that they came from. Some came from Egypt, some came from Pamphylia, some came from Pontus, some came from Rome, Greeks, Arabians. Some were living among the Arabs. And people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb. Right, this example right here is really 4 in 1. Clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. That represents the kingdom of heaven. So you Christians are losing big time. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.